إن الحمد لله نحمده ونشكره ونستغفره ونؤمن به ولا نكفره ونصلي ونسلم على سيد المرسلين وخاتم النبيين سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله أتم الصلاة وأفضل التسليم ونشهد بأن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم ارض عن الخلفاء الراشدين واجعلنا راضين مرضيين وبارك اللهم بالتابعين وتبع التابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين واجعلنا في زمرتهم يا رب العالمين. Dear brothers and sisters, after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have little supplication for our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased by all the Khulafa al-Rashideen and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala please them to judgment day. Allahumma ameen. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show His mercy to all the followers and the followers of the followers, generation after generation until the judgment day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among them, inshaAllah. Allahumma ameen. I remind myself and all my brothers and all my sisters to elevate their iman and increase their taqwa to the maximum and the highest level possible, that we may end our life as a true faithful believer. أذكر نفسي الخاطئة وإخوتي وأخواتي بأن يتزايدوا في أعمال الخير والتقوى وأن يرتقوا بإيمانهم لعل الله سبحانه وتعالى يحسن خاتمتهم. اللهم ارزقنا حسن الخاتمة. And today, inshallah, we're going to share with you one hikmah, wisdom from one of the major ibadah. من حكمة الله الخالق البارئ المصور الذي خلق المكان والزمان ففضل زمان على زمان ومكان على مكان، فضل شهر رمضان عن غيره وفضل مكة أعز الله شرفها عن غيرها. Allah, the Creator, that created the time and the place, that He honored certain time to be more honored than other time, and some places more honored than other places. Example, the month of Ramadan and the Jumu'ah day is more honored than others, and Mecca and Medina more honored than others. That's wisdom from Allah. But the major ibadah that we have, that we do, is Al-Hajj. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminding us by the ibadah in stages. He knows that we are a human being and Hayat al-Dunya will take us away and occupy us. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every year send a reminder. It comes Ramadan, after Ramadan Shawwal, then the Hujjah, then Shahr Muharram. See how the stages. And Al-Hajj after Shahr Ramadan is a major ibadah. And it has to be hikmah behind this ibadah. It has to be wisdom. I don't want to celebrate Eid al-Adha by slaughtering a lamb and eat meat and say that's what's Eid al-Adha. Eid al-Adha is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding me by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. What do I learn from that? One thing I'm going to talk about today is how Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam have his son Prophet Ismail alayhi salam honor, piety, offspring. That we may have a piety offspring like Prophet Ibrahim had Ismail. That may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make each individual house to have Ismail in their homes. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised that in the Quran. إِنَّ كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Allah, when He talked about Prophet Ibrahim and the Prophet Ismail, He said, the same thing I can reward the Muhsineen, not only Ibrahim and Ismail. So the weakness is on me when my son is not like Ismail. Not because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail special. إِنَّ كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. The same thing, it will be rewarded to all Muhsineen. Allah promised that. And let's start talking from the point that Prophet Ibrahim refused to worship the idol or to share honoring the idols. And he challenged all the tribe. And he challenged his father. And he destroyed the idols. And they decided and they planned to burn him. And they set up a big fire for him. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved him. فَأَرَادُوا بِكَيْدًا فَجَعَلْنَاهُمُ الْأَسْفَلِينَ. They planned, but Allah made their plan fail. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, and the flame and the fire is the creation. And Allah ordered the fire, يَا نَارْ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا عَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ. Be cool and safe to Ibrahim. And the flame obeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it was cool and safe, room temperature. If Allah didn't say safe, it may cool down to multi-million degree, keep on cooling until multi-million degree. Ibrahim alayhi salam may freeze. But after that, he was thankful to Allah and he said, إِنِّي ذَاهِبٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينِ. I'm going to please Allah, He is my guidance. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. See, when we fulfill إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, nothing can overcome us. Ibrahim teaching me إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let him be free. He made him free. What did he ask in return? قَالَ رَبِّ هَبْ لِي مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. All I'm asking you, Ya Allah, grant me one righteous person. هَبْ لِي مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. I need one to share the ibadah. Prophet doesn't want to do ibadah by himself. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ, not إِيَّاكَ أَعْبُدُ. We worship you, Ya Allah. I'd say I worship you. And in the previous visit, I explained the difference. We should worship together. We pray Jama'ah, not solo at home. I promise Allah, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help, but we don't do إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. Weakness over there. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded to him, فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. A glad tidings we gave to him. غُلَامٌ حَلِيمٌ. Very forgiving, tolerant, respectful, all that Halim. That's the way that we give him glad tidings to have. Subhanallah, that's all he has. Only his son. The only support he has is his son. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling me the story. Prophet Ibrahim, I learned. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ قَالَ يَا بُنَيَّ إِنِّي أَرَى فِي الْمَنَامِ مِنَ الْبَحْرِ. When he became an adult, that he had support for his father, Allah told him, slaughter your son. We came over here years ago. Absolutely, when I came from Lebanon in 1984, I brought my luggage. In my luggage I brought my Mercedes, and I brought my 5 bedrooms home, and I brought my land. I didn't bring any of those. I bought a couple outfits. Now I have a car, I have a house, I have. What do I give to Allah in return? Imagine what told them. What was the response of Ibrahim? Now we're going to get to the here. Look how Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam responded. He didn't come in the middle of the night while his son sleep and have the sword and cut it and that it's over. The head is chopped. No. قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أن أذبحك. And in the book we translated, oh my son, I see in my dream I'm slaughtering you. Ya Bunayya is not my son. Ya Bunayya, my little son, minimizing. When we say shajara, is a big tree. Shujayra is a small bush. Ibni, my son. Bunayya, little son. He's minimizing what is he giving to Allah. He's giving his son. I don't want to brag about it. I'm giving you my son, Ya Allah. I'm giving my little son. When I donate for sake of Allah, $50,000, look at it at 50 cents. Don't look at it 50,000. That's the first lesson. When you give to Allah, minimize what are you giving. إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك. Why Prophet Ibrahim is telling his son that? He wants to share the reward. He doesn't want to be selfish that I get the reward by myself. Are we sharing that with our children? We do good piety. We are good piety people and we do good deeds. But are we sharing that with them? That's the way that we're going to do with them. That our offspring will be filling the masjid. I don't want the masjid one day to be filled only with a couple elderly people coming with the cane into their house. I need the younger generation to fill the masjid. We have to start sharing that with them. That's what Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam is teaching. While he is minimizing him, look the response of that son. قال يا أبتي افعل ما تؤمر. In the book they translated, oh my father. Abati is not the father. Abati is magnified father, honored father. Abi is my father. He is minimizing him and his son is magnifying him in return. What kind of son? I'm telling my son I'm slaughtering you and he's magnifying me and honoring me? Nowadays I tell my son, get me a glass of water, Dad. Dad, can't you get it? I'm too busy. What are you doing? Texting my friend? Busy with the little game on the computer, I don't want to interrupt it. What's the difference? Oh, that's Prophet Ismail, that's why no. Because by the end I'm going to say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِنَّ كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. I do to the Muhsineen the same thing. Number one, Ismail alayhi salam, he told his father Ibrahim, Ya Abati, you know why? Because Ibrahim alayhi salam, what he taught to his father, the kafir, his father was kafir. What he told him? Ya Abati, la ta'budu shaytan. Look how many times he told Ya Abati. Ya Abati, inni qad ja'ani min al-ilm. يا أبتي إني أخاف أن يمسك عذاب. يا أبتي 4 times. In Surah Maryam. 4 times the Prophet Ibrahim honoring his father. يا أبتي يا أبتي يا أبتي 4 times until he got paid 1 time from his son. يا أبتي افعل ما تؤمر. What did I do to my father? What did I do to my mother? I'm expecting my son to pay me back for what I did. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَهَلْ جَزَاءُ الْإِحْسَانِ إِلَّا الْإِحْسَانِ. The reward for the good deed is a good deed. You get paid whatever you are paying. Whatever goes around, comes around. It's not too late. Whatever I was shortcoming with my father, I can straighten it now. Even if my father passed away or is deceased, I can do good deed in his behalf. That may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept and make my son honoring me. Make my daughter honoring me, inshaAllah. You see the lesson? Ya abati if'al ma tu'mar. If I tell my son, I see in my dream I'm slaughtering you, what do you think is going to happen? All of them, they have now this cell phone. Don't do it, please, you know. Okay? Because I can't bail none of you from the police station. I have no money to bail no one. Okay? I can't afford it. I can't afford to bail myself. So please, even if it happened, don't tell him the Sheikh said that in the khutbah. Huh? Because I can't bail myself, please, you know. Or he will may call, take my dad to the mental institute. My dad is losing his brain. Not if I'm not. And look the beauty over here. Look the iman of Prophet Ismail. ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. He didn't say, I'm Hercules, I don't fear it. Come on, do it. I'm strong. I have no fear. I don't. So I'm asking Allah to make me tolerant and patient. It's hard on me, Dad, but I'm going to accept it from Allah. Allahu Akbar. Where he learned that iman? He learned it from somewhere. It has to be a source. That's what are we missing in our next generation, in our offspring. The source of this quality of iman. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَلَمَّا أَسْلَمَا وَتَلَّهُ لِلْجِبِينِ. فَلَمَّا أَسْلَمَا, when they are submitted to Allah, surrendered. That means there was a dialogue between each other. They to agree about something. You can't agree with somebody without having a dialogue, conversation. Then we agree about something. Aslama, they agree with each other. وَتَلَّهُ الْجِبِينِ, put his head, his face, facing the ground. Subhanallah. Is it easier to slaughter like that? How hard to slaughter like this? It's very hard. Very painful. But after discussion with his father, Prophet Ismail, it shows the physical pain to be easier on him than to look and see the psychological pain in the father's face. Ibrahim is very sympathetic. Ibrahim is awwah. If he's somebody pain, he will say, oh, awwah, very sympathetic. His son knows. My dad is very sympathetic. I can't see the expression of his face crying while he's slaughtering me. It's easier for me to choose the physical pain and to be slaughtered from the back than to see the pain in the face of my father. Allahu Akbar. فَلَمَّا أَسْلَمَا وَتَلَّهُ لِلْجَبِينِ. In the meantime, Mufassirun, they say, he asked his father, when you slaughter me, please take off my shirt. Because my mom is going to miss me. She's going to ask, where is my shirt? She's going to smell my shirt. She's going to remember me. I don't want her to see blood on the shirt. I don't want to even put in my mind that my mom will look at the blood and have pain in her face. He's caring about the feeling. While he's going to be slaughtered, he's caring about the feeling of mommy and daddy. What kind of son it is? Allah doesn't want him to slaughter. And that's why Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith that the lamb had been raised in the Jannah 70 kharifa. For 70 years, Allah is raising that lamb. But Allah wants me to learn a lesson. How to accept what Allah is telling me. Zakat, 2.5%. Yes. نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع. In the Jumu'ah, leave the business and come to the masjid. Allah is telling you. Give what I'm telling you to give. والذين في أموالهم حق معلوم للسائل والمحروم. in my wealth. Part of it is not mine, it's to the poor and the needy. Beside the zakat. Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepared the replacement before giving the command. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was telling me pay the zakat, He's preparing the replacement for me before I pay the zakat. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells me sadaqah, Allah is preparing the replacement for me before telling me do sadaqah. But it depends on the iman. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam fulfilled the command, and when he gave Ismail, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِإِسْحَاقَ. Not only replacement to slaughter, you want to give me willingly, I'm giving you generously. Ya Ibrahim, you're an old man, and you think that you can't have children. I gave you Ismail, and I'm going to give you Ishaq, because you are donating. Allahu Akbar. إن الله لا يخلف الميعاد. ما يبدل القول لدي وما أنا بظلام للعبيد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I'll never change my word. Allah says, I donate willingly to Allah, Allah will give it back. That's one of the major lessons that we learn from Al-Hajj, is not to go and circle around the Kaaba, tawaf, and stand at the mountain of Arafat and make dua. It has to be lessons that we learn. That's one of the major lessons. It's not the point in Eid al-Adha, I bring the lamb and I slaughter the lamb and eat meat and give the sheikh a piece of meat and take from the sheikh as well as a gift. All that is beautiful and we should do it. But we're going to do it after we learn a lesson from that. Why Allah is telling the Prophet Ibrahim to slaughter Ismail? To show me the quality of the generation. To show me the quality of the family. To show me the quality of the offspring. So what did I do wrong that my son is not like that? It has to be something. Inshallah, we'll discuss that in the lecture on Saturday evening, the family night, I'll discuss it. I myself, I found the mistakes, the way that I was raising my son like anybody else. Until I started to understand what Allah showed me in the Quran. إِنَّ كَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Allah said that the same thing I reward the muhsineen, not only Ibrahim and Ismail. All the muhsineen will get the same thing, but we have to be muhsin. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He ended the story of Prophet Ibrahim and Ismail, that He made us from the generation of Ismail. But in the beginning, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ قَالَ إِنِّي جَاعِلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا قَالَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي قَالَ لَا يَنَالُ عَهْدِ الظَّالِمِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I tested Ibrahim in everything, and he fulfilled and passed all the tests. And because he passed the test, I thought we're going to be the imam to the whole nations, not only the Muslims. لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا. قَالَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي. What about from my offspring? He said, no, ya Ibrahim. It's not a kingdom or empire that the son will take over the father. It's only the muhsin will take it. The zalim will not take it. لا ينال عهد الظالمين. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after I gave him Ishaq, He said, وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتُهُمَا مُحْسِنٌ وَظَالِمٌ لِنَفْسِهِ مُبِينٌ. From their generation, from Isaac and from Ishmael, two categories. The first category, muhsin, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us one of those. And the other category, ظَالِمٌ لِنَفْسِهِ مُبِينٌ. ظالم. Those categories will not take the leadership of the Islam. Only the muhsin. The muhsin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to make in their house Ismail and Ishaq, inshaAllah. The muhsin. Let's see what our weaknesses. I found what my weaknesses is, and I'm asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help to correct it. That my son, inshaAllah, will be like Ismail. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, begging him to make me to copy from Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم الله رب اغفر لي. لا إله. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Dear brothers and sisters, our concern and our major concern is our offspring. And there is nothing to fear. Our offspring can be piety more than us, inshallah. But we have things we have to do. We are shortcoming somewhere. Dear brothers, dear sisters, we should not blame everything in our children. They are wonderful children. They are like any other children. They may go in that direction or in this direction. But the point is, the first mistake is me. What am I doing wrong? Not them. I have to correct my mistakes before I correct their mistakes. That's what happened. All our children, inshallah, will be filling the masjid if we know what weaknesses we are doing and what errors we are doing. We think that we are raising them. We are not differentiating between raising and providing. We are providers. We are not raising. We work day and night to provide them by everything they need. That's a provider. Raising is a different thing. Raising it needs rules, the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to do. So inshallah, on Saturday, I'll be giving the lecture from the Quran and the Sunnah. How do we raise our children to be like a Prophet Ismail? How to raise our children the way that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam raised the children of the Sahaba. All of them, they had been raised by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Madrasatul Habib al-Mustafa alayhi salatu wassalam. اللهم انصر الاسلام والمسلمين. اللهم اعز كلمة حق هذا الدين. اللهم ردنا اليك ردا جميلا. اللهم لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطانا. اللهم لا بما اسرفنا. اللهم لا تؤاخذنا بما اقترفت ايدينا وذلت اقدامنا. اللهم جازنا بالحسنات احسانا وبالسيئات عفوا وغفرانا. اللهم آت أنفسنا تقواها وزكي أنت خير من زكاها. أنت ولي ومولاها فانصر على من عاداها. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ارزق قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين في كل البلدان. اللهم كن لهم معينا ونصيرا وللحق مبينا وظهيرا. اللهم انصرهم بنصرك وأيدهم بتأييدك وأعزهم بعزتك. اللهم رق قلوب المسلمين عليهم يا أرحم الراحمين. واجعلنا ممن ينصرهم ولا يخذلهم يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم حرر المسجد الأقصى من أيدي الغاصبين وأدع شامخا عزيزا إلى حوزة المسلمين وارزقنا فيه صلاة مع المؤمنين ولا يجوز كذلك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم أعد السلام والاطمئنان إلى بلادنا وبلاد المسلمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا ذرية صالحة. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا. ربنا ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغارا. وخير دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا المرسلين. جزاكم الله خيرا وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر.